So in last lecture we discussed about the concept of masking. Why masking is required? Because if we want to identify what is the net number, that we need to identify it, what is the net ID, and that can be done with the help of masking. So we discussed the example. Now again I'll discuss it. Now let us consider that you'll be having 10 rooms, you'll be having 10 laboratories. You'll be having 10 laboratories, and out of the 10 laboratories you'll be using this concept. Okay, you'll be using this concept that it will be represented by a lab number followed by a PC, followed by a PC number or the atom number in that lab. Okay, then how we are going to identify which is the lab number or which is the atom number? Now here in this case this is 0 to it is less than 10, so you can easily identify. So 23 is greater than 10, so you can easily identify this is your atom number in that particular class. But if my number is 0202, if my number is 0202, in that case how we are going to proceed it? You may not know which is the ID number and which is the part number or atom number. Then in that case the concept called as a mask will come to your rescue. So this is the mask, so this black portion is the mask. So simply you impose it, or simply you put it on this number, and you are able to see only 02. So 02 you will be able to identify, okay, this is the 02 number, so room number is, or the lab number is 02, and 23rd is the atom number. So easily you can identify in which room that particular atom is. So this is how you can find out the net ID also. So you can use the same concept for net ID also. Okay, then what is network mask? So network mask will help you to know which portion of the address identifies the network. That's why you are able to identify the network. So in class A, class B and class C, as we know that in class A, first octet from leftmost, first octet is used for net ID. So you have to mask it with 255. That means you are masking it with let us consider that you are masking it with, this is 1111. so you are ending the net ID with these all ones, 8 ones. Okay, so you are ending with this all 8 ones. So logically ending will give you the exact address. So if your number is 192, and if you logically AND with, logically ANDing, I am writing like this, and if you AND it with 255 in binary, this will result it into 192. Sorry, only you consider it as a 092 because we are considering the class A. So your address will be 92 only. Similarly for class B, so next 2 octets are for class B. So you have to use the mask of 255.255.0.0. so there this 0, this is the host ID numbers, this is the host ID numbers, and this is the host ID number in class C. So in case of class C, the 3 octets are used for the network ID. The 3 octets are used for the network ID. So IP address on class A, which is not subnetted. We are going to see what is the concept of subnet. That means without subnetting, that means a class full addressing we are using. Then in that case, if this is what the address given to you, that is 08255, 08.20.15.1, and when you mask it with 255, then the IP address will be like this. So you represent this 8.20.15.1, it will be represented like this in binary. Then next one 255.0.0.0 will be represented like this, and when you AND when you add this number with this number, logically it will be represented as host ID, network ID as a 0000100 is the 8 number. So your network ID is 8. So this is how you can identify with the help of network mask. So host ID number will be remaining. So whatever may be the 3 octets are or 3 decimal numbers are remained. So that represents the host ID number. Okay. So but there are certain problems with the previous concept. So if you are using class C, class B and class A, so class A and class B, only if you have only 1000 PCs in your organization, and if you are using class B, then in that case remaining 63,000 IP addresses go waste. They are not utilized. Similarly in class A, obviously that is greater than that, so the IP addresses are not effectively used. And in case of C, only 256 you can utilize it, so there will be a problem of expanding and like that. So you need to go again for the concept called as a subnetting. The subnetting will help you to address, to use the IP addresses effectively, and many times these are used in classless type of identification, so it is also known as CIDR. So subnetting is the concept which allows you to create a multiple logical networks within a network itself. So if you are using a single network, in that single network itself you can create your own multiple logical networks that are you will be calling it as a subnetworks. So you can break the major network of class A, class B or class C into smaller subnetworks, which will allow you to create a network interconnecting the subnetworks. How it can be done, we will be explaining with the help of example. You will understand it. Then any device or a gateway that connects the n networks oblique subnetworks which has n distinct IP address, one for each network of subnetwork that it interconnects. So each IP address is a unique one, and that is interconnected with a subnetwork. So it is going to help you in dividing the bigger networks into smaller networks, and you can have your own identity. You can create your own networks with subnetworks. So in order to subnet a network, what you are supposed to do, whatever may be the natural mask is there. Natural mask means, in previous case we have seen that 255 in case of class A and remaining decimals are 0. In case of class B, 255.255 and remaining are 0. In case of class C, 255.255.255. These are the natural mask. These are the natural mask. And what I will do in case of subnetting, I will extend this natural mask with some of the bits from the host. That means I am going to ask for some bits from host, and that bits will be considered as a subnet mask or as a subnet network ID. Okay. So here you can see the example of class C. So class C, let us consider that it will be represented as a 204.17.5.0 is class C, because 192.223 it will go for class C. So for its class C, the natural mask is given by 255.255.255.0 is the natural mask. Okay. But now what I will do in this natural mask, I will take these 3 bits. I will take these 3 bits from the host. I will take these 3 bits from the host as a subnet. So now my address natural mask, which was initially 255.255.255, Now it has been changed to 255.255.255.224. That means these 3 bits will change my mask. Okay, now these 3 bits will change my mask. So these 3 bits is called as a subnet. These 3 bits that I am taking it from host. Now initially in this case, how many number of bits you will be taking? Here, if this is what the case, you will be representing 256 number of hosts you can represent. Now here only 5 bits are there, so you can represent 32 bits 32 hosts with 8 subnets. Obviously the number will be 256 only. Okay, but now only one subnet will consist only 32 bits. The second subnet will consist only 32 bits. So similarly I can have 8 logical subnetworks in the network of 204.17.5.0, right? This is how you can go for the subnetting. That means you are taking the 3 extra bits from this network. Now what happens because of that? By extending the mask to 255.255.255.224, that means you have taken the 3 extra bits from the original host portion and that are used to make the subnets. So this mask will help you to design the network. Now how you are going to represent it, how many subnets you are going to design, how many bits you are taking? 3 bits are taking. So n is equal to 3, so small n is equal to 3, so 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8 number of subnets I am going to design in this IP address. So and host will be now only 32. So all zeros and all ones are not possible, it is not allowed. So only 32 actually you can design it in a device in that network. Okay, so these subnets are have been created. How many? Now you can go through this and you can find it. So this is the first subnet. You can start with a 204.17.50.0. Then this is the mask. So mask is going to remain constant because the 3 bits are there. Only IP address is going to change. Okay, now this is from 1 to 31. Actually 1 to 31 it should be. Then the second address will start from 32 to 64, right? 32 to 63 actually, that 1111 they have not considered. So the address will start from 32 to 63. Then next address will start from 64 to 95. Next address will start from 97 to 128. 127, and so on. You can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 sublogic. So you can see that the first, these numbers are same. These numbers are same. Okay, but now here it is changed because of this one. And all these are different subnets in a same network. So you can go for creating such kind of subnets with the help of extension of your natural mask. If you extend it by 3 bits, you can go for 8 logical networks or 8 subnets. If you extend it by 2 bits, then you can go for 4 networks. If you extend by 4 bits, then you can go for 16 networks, and so on. So how it can be represented now? So initially it consists these 24 bits, and you are stealing 3 bits from this one, no? So you are taking the 3 bits from the host. So how many number of bits are utilized to represent the network? So these 24 plus these 3 are subnet, no? That we are going to represent it. So 24 plus 3, so it will be also denoted as dash 27. So if I come up with like this, then you can see that this is represented like this. Instead of giving the mask along with this one, so simply the network will come like this: 204.17.5.32. that means this is the network, this is the network you have considered, slash 27, and if this logical network is given to you, can you find the mask of the network? Can you find from the mask of this network from this one? Yes, you can. How you are going to find the mask for the network? Simply go on finding this address in binary number, extend the 3 bits. So for these 3 bits, 255, 255, 255, it is constant. Now for the next 3 bits, you simply calculate the decimal number, and this number will be nothing but this 255.255.20.224, right? This is how you are going to represent the IP address in subnet with 2 methodologies. First methodology is you can represent by this address and this mask is given to you. The second, you can represent directly by giving the IP address of the network or subnet or whatever may be. Slash 27 will tell you that these are the number of bits in the mask. These are the number of bits in the mask, and accordingly you can calculate the value of the mask, right? So the network subnetting scheme in the section allows for 8 subnet, and the network might appear like this. So you can see this is how the network, the previous network that we have discussed, it may look like this. So you can see that this is the original address, and in this network which gets interconnected to this one, so this is one network and this is second subnet. So to this you can see that the different networks are allowed, and here you can see that to this different networks are allowed. Okay, so you can connect these networks to each other and you can have connections with each other. So you can see that this network is totally different, this network is totally different, and this network is totally different, and these 3 are connected over here through this switch, and this is interconnected to this number IP address to this network, and you can have an interconnection between these 3. So you can have such kind of different networks, and your network will appear like this, and this is the entire network which will represent to 204.17.5. This is what the original we have seen, but since we have extended our the mask, that will form a subnet, and this is how you can form the subnet. Okay, now let us consider the example for the subnet. Now in class B, we discussed in previous example for class C, now we'll go for a class B. So class B, let us consider that this is what the IP address, this is what your IP address is, and this is what your natural mask is. Natural mask means you are not using the extended mask or subnet mask. So this is your natural mask. So this is class B, 172. So the number is between 128 to 199, 191. So you can easily identify with this first decimal number. Okay, this belongs to class B. And for class B, the natural mask is 255.255 because first 2 decimals are for network ID. So I know that, so that's why I have put it like this. Or else I can represent the same network ID number with this one, with without mask, 170.16.0/16. /16 means 16 bits of the first 2 octets are utilized for masking purpose only. So this /16 will give me the total number of bits used in masking. So 16 and 16, that is so this is a natural mask you are going to represent. Now I want to extend it beyond that for subnetting purpose. I want to go beyond that for subnetting purpose. Now I'm going to design it 255.255.248.0, which is equivalent to /21, because I am getting the next 3 bits, next 5 bits from the host. I am stealing the 5 bits from the host. How you are going to allow, and how many subnets you will have. So 5 bits you are stealing, so it will allow you 2 raised to 5, 32 subnets, and remaining 11 bits are there in a host. So you will be having 2048 hosts in each subnet. So if you multiply 2046 into 32, that will be equivalent to 64 only. But what I am doing a little bit separate compartments and separate networks. So that is called as a subnetting. How we are going to represent this? Now let us consider that device A is having 172.16.17.30/20. Okay, so this is what the number is. IP address is given to me. Now I don't know which subnet it is having and what is the subnet mask for that. So first I need to design the subnet mask. So first I will take the IP address as it is. Now this is 172. 172 means this belongs to class B. This belongs to class B. Okay. Now this 172 is represented like this, so it belongs to class B, and I have represented like this. Now I need to design the subnet mask. So for class B subnet mask, natural is 16. Okay, natural is 16 /16. Now here it is given as a /20. So I have to steal these 4 bits from this network. I have to take these 4 bits from this network. So you can see that I have taken, just go to the previous. I have to take the 4 bits from this one, not from this one. I am extended, sorry. I have to take these 4 bits from this one. So these 4 bits you have taken out from the host, and the remaining 12 bits are remained for the host, and this is for subnet. Which will be a part of your network, and this is the total network. This is a total network. This is how you have identified. So I have taken that subnet. Then my subnet will be, what is your subnet? Now you need to identify the subnet. Simply do the logical ANDing of this one. Because this IP address may be the IP address in that total range of subnet. So you need to find out what is the starting address of your subnet. So you will find that the starting address of your subnet is 172.16.16. 172.16.16 will be the starting address. Okay, and similarly you can go for now 2 raised to 4. That means you'll be having 16 subnets. You'll be having 16 subnets in the network of this. You'll be having 16 subnet in the network of this one. So class A belongs to subnet of which subnet? 172.16.16.0. So this IP address belongs to this subnet. Okay, /20. So you can write /20 here also. That is also quite possible. So you can write /20. That is also eligible. And if I give you this address, it will belong to that subnet itself. So you can easily find out. Now similarly we will go for the next IP address. We'll take one more example. Now this is for a device B. Now this IP address is a different one. This IP address is different one, and you need to identify the subnet. You need to identify the subnet. So you take it as an assignment and solve it. You take it as an assignment and solve it. So I'll stop here.